I wanted to make a quick video about how to add extra memory to a Windows Sandbox. If you're not familiar with it, Windows Sandbox is a lightweight little disposable VM that launches almost instantly. You have to turn it on in Windows Add and Remove Features. But you'll see it launches very rapidly. You can open files in here that you might be scared aren't safe. You can look on websites that you're worried, if they might not be safe websites, or you don't want to clog up your browser history. There's just any number of things you can do with these. One problem I found if you're using this really heavily is it only puts by default 4 gigs of RAM. So you see I only have 4 gigabytes of memory, and you can run low sometimes. So there's a very simple way to fix that. And it's documented on Microsoft's website. And there's more than just the memory. You can change the networking, the VG, you can disable the graphics card, but by default, it seems to be, the default value is that the video card is enabled. They're XML files. They have to start with configuration and /configuration like this. The one we're looking at the bottom, and you can type this into ChatGPT or Grok or something like that, and it'll make this for you. Tell it what you want it to do. But the other extra line we have is the memory in megabyte and the value there. So what you can do is just in Notepad, the configuration and the end configuration, memory in megabyte 16384. That's for 16 gigs. If you wanted to make it 8 gigabytes, you would just change that to 8192, which is generally, actually what 8 gigabytes of memory is in megabytes. Or whatever value you wanted, more than 4. You have to have at least 2 for the virtual machine to open, though. You just make this, save as, and the key here is to make it as an all file and put it .wsb file. And let's just change this name here just for a demo. YouTube demo. And I'm going to put that on the desktop and save it. Now we'll have that on the desktop, YouTube demo. If I double click it, it's going to open the Sandbox just like the other one was. But now you're going to see that I should have 16 gigs of RAM now. So now, and this gets enabled automatically or by default. Now I've got 16 gigs of RAM. Now you don't put 16 if you only have 16 gigs in your system. Probably put half of what you have. If you have 16 gigs in your system, put 8. If you have 8 gigs, maybe you just stick with the default of 4. But this is for people that have more memory to spare. So now I have I can basically instantly launch a very powerful system now to test in. And when I close it, everything's gone. So it's like a little disposable copy of Windows. But that was how you add more memory to it so it's not bogged down. Just wanted to put that one in there.